the game just grinded. You know, it felt like there were times there's potential for it to open up, or see some scoring opportunities. But it was just one of those tight games. I felt like we're building a lot throughout the game. I felt like their first try, we made it pretty easy. We come out of the line there, young Lippo. He's got to learn from that. They scored a really good long-range try. Full respect to them. That try they scored when they took it across the field. But I guess the learning for the boys is don't switch off on, when the ball's on the other side of the ruck there. So credit to them for that. But I felt like, in general, we were the team building a lot of stuff. So as a young group, once again, composure, patience, controlling that ball. It's a work in progress. I thought Jono Lance was outstanding tonight. For me, easily man of the match. Guys like Isaac Rodders, he's going to play many tests, carried all around the park. Once again, young Tanyala Tupu, he's growing in his scrummaging, but he's just his physicality and defence, and with his carries, isn't he exciting young prospect? So, we've got Slippy next to me. They're all, the whole lot of them from the reserves that came on were, really working hard. For us, we just got to keep getting smarter. Just learn fast. Getting that execution, keeping that composure. We're on a journey, but. If you told me 3 games in, we get, have a win over the Brumbies and the Bulls, 2 and 3 games, I'd be pretty happy about that. So I'll take that.
Brad, another name, I guess, Caleb Timo, he really had a high work rate, which is something you were very keen on, and not just his running the ball, but just how Caleb's developed from last year to this year.
Yeah, he's constantly, just a whole lot of them. I'm sure Slippy will agree, there's a whole heap of projects out there, improving slowly. And but one of the things I thought that showed with Caleb was that line out he took, and there was pressure on him, and he got it down into the halfback's hands, I see last year we did so much work with him in trying to, because as an ex-leaguey, I know I had to do lots of work, and he got that, he got a ball under pressure and got it down to his halfback, so you can rely on him to take ball in a line out, which, that's an example of one aspect. Like as you said, he was carrying well, he was working hard, he's been physical in his D. I'm really pleased how he's coming along, as with a lot of the guys. And
Going into that last play after the siren, that's the situation the Reds have been in a lot the last couple of years, and they've found a way, the other teams found a way to get over the line. How pleasing is it to see that the boys just stuck fat with discipline and force?
Yeah, no penalty given away there. I think Alex Murphy was the one that shot out, and the physicality came on with 20 to go. That's your role off the bench, not just to match what's been going, but bring something even more. And that helps win games of football, doesn't it? So. A lot of pleasing stuff once again. Those young guys coming on. The scrum was just loving where that's going. We just got to keep working hard there. But there's a good weapon there. I work around our line out. Been really pleased with how that's developing. We're working hard in D, and I think with our attack, there's you're seeing opportunities, but sometimes that final pass or clean out or whatever is sometimes just costing us there. You're waiting for that to sort of, like I said, some stage that you'd like to think that'll start to flow and you'll get some good reward for that.
Filippo made a defensive blunder early, but outside of that he was really pretty impressive. Looked like he's got a bit of X factor with the footy. What did you make of his first start?
Yeah, learn from that, stay with the line there indeed, but he was out there competing and working hard, and he's a young man himself, 22 or whatever, so he's, like I said, there's projects out there everywhere, and the team's a project as a whole, and then you've got individual ones, and just those experiences, you learn from them and those games, and that's a whole tough old ding dong game, a bit of wet, a little bit wet out there, and the Bulls didn't go away. They competed hard, and it's a valuable game, especially with the win. So
JB Smith 2 weeks in a row has come on and helped you, secure a win, and you must be pretty happy to have signed basically a clone.
What we talk about is the scrum, and I was always passionate about it. The scrum in rugby was one of the first things that I fell in love with. I was frustrated when I first went to rugby and the rules and different things, and I found the scrum, and I could just let out some frustration in there and just go to work, and it was simple, just push hard and be part of a group of 8 men. And so for me, the scrum's always been about the 8. You got the front row who they do their business, your tight 5, and the best scrums are when they're 8, and I just feel with this group, Slip can probably talk on it more, but we're big on the 8 working hard, and those guys that come on at the end as well, the 5 forward reserves, and everything. You see JP doing really well there, but for us it's the first scrum, the second scrum, and the third scrum, and that work that goes on builds up to those sort of moments, so for me, I'm really pleased with JP, and it's good to have everyone coming. But for me, I'd sure Slips would agree, that's the reward for pretty much the 8 and the 5 on the bench. It's the reward of 13 guys, building to that.
Slips, those scrums look like you had them to the stage where one more good scrum and you may well have got a penalty try, and then there'd be short arms, I think there were 2 short arms at either end of the field.
Yep.
What do you put that down to? Was it just over eagerness, or?
Yeah, probably. I think it was solely our mistake, and it's more of a front row issue. I think we just kind of we put a lot of pressure on the Bulls at certain times in the scrum, and then when it came down to just that fine detail with the hook and the halfback, and we took the pressure off and gave away short arms. But that's what Thorny's saying about projects in a team. Like that's another area like we're building. We're capable of doing great things, but we're also at a stage too where we can let the pressure off and hurt ourselves a little bit. So I'm sure like the longer the year goes on, we'll just keep working hard, go back to training, and just repetitive training and work on those things.
Was it just the circumstances of the match that made you take different decisions? I mean, last week you were kicking for goal.
Yeah.
This week you must have felt, okay, we're getting somewhere with the scrums. Let's keep pushing it. Was that?
Yeah, it was more of a gut feeling at the time. I thought there was a lot of penalties going on down that area near the try line, and I thought the pressure that we were putting on, I thought we were due to get you know, either a try or you know, some sort of reward, you know. But it wasn't to be. We ended up coming away with 3 points eventually. We had to work hard for those 3 points, but at the end of the day, like, you can always look back and kind of decipher, you know, your decisions. But at that point in time, I thought I was making the right one. I'm sure Thorny might tell me something else.
I just think it's positive.
Yeah.
You know, you've got something things that you're doing well. I don't think it's a wrong decision. You know, so the group, the pack, are doing that business. The backs, you know, they're part of it, and when the guys commit, to me, there's no wrong decision there. When you have dominance in that area, she's a tough one when you get short armed and stuff. So there's clear dominance there. Yeah.
Chris, sort of see you repaid your faith in him. He seems to kick out of that first tackle really well and just get that little bit of momentum each time you get the ball.
Yeah, Chris, 50th game tonight for Queensland. Outstanding. So happy for him, and we'll talk to him more after this here with his family around. But yeah, he's in great neck, probably the best neck he's been on. Been in skin folds and just his fitness and just the work he's been doing and his composure and his smarts. He's a very smart footballer. Very rarely makes a bad decision. So he's a guy who is very. I'm very happy to have in the team.
What did you make of his combination with Samu there, obviously changing up and leaving Duncan on the bench?
Yeah, it was. They worked away, and there's lots of positive to come out of it. Unfortunately, Duncan and once again Hamish, with the situation, made it hard to get them on. It would have been good too, but sometimes you just got to get that job done. And you've got Samu and Chris doing really well there, and Duncan had a great training week, and that's just an ongoing, I guess, you could say competition. The three of them are all good players, and unfortunately can only play 2. So at the moment those 2 are starting. Duncan would have loved a chance to bring something from the bench. That's not. We'll see how that progresses.
You've now got 2 tough tour games. What have you got to bring to those tour games? It's. I don't know. I'm trying to work out what competition in the world does a round world trip in 2 weeks and tries to perform as elite, sport. It's pretty impressive. We're going to Argentina, and this following week to South Africa, and then back. Luckily, we have a bye after that, so it'll be a solid challenge. You, I guess, once again enjoy getting the win. There'll be the travel. You try and do that as best you can, and then be smart a bit with your week. You don't want to overdo it, but you don't want to underdo it either. I've always thought, as a player, it's a long way to go not to perform. So we'll be trying to be smart around our week, prepare well, and you just give it your best shot, I guess.